Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors and sponsored by Paychex, one of the leading providers of HR, payroll, retirement, and software solutions for businesses of all sizes. My name is Steve Boese. Costco announces continued commitment to their DE&I programs. Retail giant Costco is defying the current anti-DE&I wave sweeping corporate America with its defense of its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Costco's board didn't mince words when it came to supporting the company's stance on diversity, equity, and inclusion, a move that openly challenges the staying power of DE&I critics ahead of a new presidential administration that has also been critical of the measures and programs. Our commitment to be an enterprise rooted in respect and inclusion is appropriate and necessary, the board wrote last month in a proxy statement in response to a shareholder proposal from the conservative National Center for Public Policy Research, which would have the company prepare a report on its DE&I efforts. Costco's recommendation that shareholders vote against the proposal stands in contrast to several major companies opting to roll back their DE&I initiatives over the past year and a half, amid a slate of lawsuits and shareholder proposals. Some companies have also taken to referencing DE&I policies as a risk factor in their quarterly financial filings, pointing to potential legal action or reputational impacts. Although Costco appears to be bucking the anti-DE&I wave by defending its diversity initiatives, data suggests shareholders largely support diversity efforts in spite of the backlash. A study by the Conference Board indicated that while the volume of shareholder proposals targeting diversity and equity more than tripled year over year during the January to June proxy season in 2024, the actual support for anti-DE&I proposals has fallen from 5% to 2% during that same period. And while the tripling of anti-DE&I proposals might seem large, the actual numbers are relatively small. There were only 5 such shareholder proposals in 2023 and 17 in 2024, and that's out of over 3,000 publicly traded firms that represent the bulk of the U.S. stock market. In other words, less than 1% of public companies in the U.S. saw shareholder proposals on DE&I matters, with anti-DE&I proposals receiving less than 2% of support, according to the study. By comparison, proposals on other social issues that weren't backed by anti-DE&I groups saw roughly 20% support. Costco's move could flip the script on the perceived popularity of anti-DE&I proposals and requests to investigate the matters in the first place. We believe that the proponents' request for a study reflects a policy bias with which we disagree, and that further study and reporting would not be an efficient use of company resources, the famously efficient company said. The Los Angeles Times columnist Michael Hitzlick, who has been a vocal critic of companies' inconsistent positions on social and political issues, wrote approvingly of Costco's straightforward response. Shareholders, workers, and customers may hope for their own sake that other businesses follow Costco's example, he wrote. Costco shareholders are set to vote on the matter during the annual meeting on January 23rd, just days after Donald Trump returns to the White House. Trump has been critical of DE&I measures on the campaign trail, arguing that they discriminate against white Americans and vowing to remove or challenge diversity policies within the federal government and academia. We will report back after Costco's annual meeting with an update on the matter and whether or not Costco shareholders will support Costco's leadership team and remain committed to their DEI initiatives. And we'll continue to follow this and all the important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. That's it for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3HR Advisors.